Okay, hi guys, this is TMNuclear and I'm going to show you the Manaya score normal mode guide, and I'm going more into detail about the first, second and last boss. So everything you have to know about it, the events and the mechanics, it will be explained here in detail. So have fun. Okay, so first we are at the first boss, and it's a Devastator. It's also located in Zulfikar Fortress. Um, so as DPS class, you can just use crit build. Of course, damage reduction from bosses. And the first stage, yeah, this is nothing at the start. So I'm going to skip it till we are at 70% of his HP, because that's the first thing you have to know. So at 70%, always be sure to watch his health points. At 70, 50 and 20% he's going to do an event, and he's going to debuff 3 people. You can see the note come up. So 3 people will have to take a debuff, and it will not be the healer and not be the tank. So the 3 DPS, and we have now a priest, so for us it's a priest instead of a DPS, will go take the debuff. The healer and the tank will go further away than the DPS, because only 3 people can take the debuff. So after taking the debuff, immediately go to the healer, and the healer is going to stand by and going to heal you like 2 or 3 times depending on the class, while the Lancer is going to keep the aggro from the monster, because he's going to do 2 big AoE circles. So keep in mind, after taking the debuff, 2 AoE circles are coming up. And this is it for the first boss. Alright, so we are at the second boss. This is a little bit more tricky, but the trick is to give everyone a position where he's going to stand when he's going to summon the minions at 70 and 20%. So basically you want one guy stand at north, DPS for instance, one guy south, one guy west, and the healer and the tank somewhere together like east. So what is it going to look like? Okay, you might not see it very well because of my poison arrow, but in this case the monster is red, so everyone is going to kill all the red minions that are spawning. He will summon minions like 3 times. These minions are blue, so you're not going to hit the blue minions. And as you see, everyone is standing at his position, ready to kill the right minion. In case he is blue, of course you kill the blue minions. And so this will happen at 70 and 20% of his HP. And there's just one more thing you have to look out for, is the parasites who's going to flock on you. In that case you just have to jump once, that's enough, like here. And of course if you kill too many wrong minions, I'm not sure, 3 or 6, then he's going to wipe your party. And this is it. So we are now at Manaya's core. Let's have a look into our crystal build for every class. So at phase 1, as Lancer, you can use aggro crystals, of course, to hold aggro of the main boss, but you can also have some mutinous crocs to help increase the damage and finish phase 1 faster. As healer, you will run circles, heal yourself, and drop modes, so all the spawning monsters will come after you. The DPS will of course do damage, so as long as you have some good critical damage from behind and perhaps a Swift Crocs, then it's all okay. As phase 2, you're really going to tank Manaya's tank, so you will need aggro crystals, and as healer you're going to heal your party, so you need mana, and of course you want some endurance. As consumables, greater power charm, greater infused charm, and greater enduring charm. As healer, at phase 1 you might want to use speed charm because you are luring all the mobs after you. DPS always activate savagery or carving, Crystal Bind is very handy if your group is learning. A Runic Panacea after you die, or Combat Panacea to refill your stamina in combat, and Healing Draught and Healing Potion. Okay, so there we go. This is phase 1 of Manaya, while she's still in that aquarium. And you see that ping there, that is where you have to be careful for, because it hits damn hard. So as ranged, she will have like 3 attacks where you have to be careful from. The first one is this one: when something spawns on your head, dodge it immediately. The second one, you can just walk out of it. And the third one is this circle where you have to stay away for like 18 or 19 meters. Because I'm ranged, I'm not sure how it works for the tank or melee, so I'm just showing you this to see what kind of attacks he has and what the tank can block. So as healer, your task is to get aggro of the additional monsters, and you do that by your aggro crystals and healing yourself if you're a priest, or dropping motes if you're a mystic. In case those monsters squish you, do not use retaliate, because if they get aggro on you, you probably die. When you hear the sound, those poisonous monsters will spawn, come after you, and leave a poisonous circle, and they will die. Best is to lure all the mobs which are coming after you in it, because they will die with poison. At this phase 1, you do not have to hurry. In case you got attacked and low on health, you can just go idle a little bit till you're out of combat and use your bandages, for instance. When it's at around 7 or 8%, you can camp and recharm everyone, but when it's around 5 or 4%, a lot of monsters will spawn, so you have to charm yourself around 6 or 7%, not later. Alright, so this is phase 2, and this is the part where you want to recharm yourself, switch profiles, or resurrect the remaining dead, because you do not want to waste your resurrection scrolls for phase 1, because that's the easiest part of all. So there we go. Okay, so this is the donut. Why the donut? Because it looks like it. First you will hit the outside ring, and then the inside ring. And this is the bomb. This is where you want to get away at least 80 meters. This one is the tail attack. This one is the fly attack. Jump. Dig attack, followed by an aced circle. In this case, just wait for the first hit of the circle and then dodge it. Immobilize. This is when she throws a grenade. Claw attack. And the laser attack. Okay, so this is the debuff part. You can see it on the note, and you can see Manaya is going to stand up. But how does this exactly work, and what is this? So 3 people have to take a different debuff and need to keep it cycling. So there are 1, 2, and 3. And we call this from start. I took 1, our mystic took 2, and our sorcerer took 3. Now, let's see how this works. So Manaya will give 3 debuffs. First, hitting the inner circle. This is called the white circle. Why white? Because you get the white debuff. You will lose 20,000 HP after taking a debuff, so as healer you need to heal it back. Also note that I'm the only one with the debuff yet, because she only casted the first circle, which is the white one. And since the white is casted first, you need to be there earlier than the one taking green or red. Now she's going to cast the second circle, and the second circle is a little more further than the first, and so it's between the lines. Well, she already casted it, as you see. The mystic has the green already. Make sure to move up 1 color, so mystic will take red next. If one of you failed to take the right color, then he will put deadly poison on the whole party. The Mystic now also has lost 20k damage, which means that also he got a debuff. So far we have a white debuff, a green debuff. All we need now is someone with a red debuff. So last debuff she's going to do is a red debuff. The Lancer and the Priest just came to run in the inner circles. They followed the white arrows on the right and your left. They stood at the red spot while she was casting the white and the green debuff, so they do not take the white nor the green. And when she's about to cast the red debuff, the red spot, they are coming to run in the green or in the white area. Since it's already been casted, it's safe to stand without getting any debuff. So this is the moment when the third debuff has been casted, and you don't see Dead Claw, the sorcerer, at this moment, but he's behind me. He's remaining at the red area to take the red debuff. Okay, so the next time this is going to happen, I will have to go to the green area because we move up one color every time. So I go to the green guy, the Mystic, goes to the red guy, the sorcerer, goes to the white. So we just move up one color each at a time. So the sorcerer is now at the white spot, I'm standing at the green, and right before the red is coming, the people who are not going to take it are going to run back inside, and the one who's taking it, in this case the Mystic, will remain there. Alright, so this is the shield part where you have to do like 400k damage to him, or else he's going to stack. I'm not sure what it kinda does, but you don't want that. You need to have enough DPS to break his shield. Okay, so this occurs every 70, 50, 30 and 20%. But do note, before she's going to in the shield phase, she will have a forced debuff mechanics going on. So for example, here she's forced to do it at 30%, and after that she's going to do it again because she's doing it every 45 seconds. So basically she's doing every 45 seconds plus the 70, 50, 30 and 20% which she's forced to do it. So in this case you will get a double debuff, and this is where you want to arrange with your party before the round starts if you want to skip the second debuff or not, because every debuff will give you 20k HP loss, and 40k HP loss can be a little bit too high, but in case you have potion it's nothing mad really, except for hard mode. So here you can just take it, heal up, and the healer will heal you too. Okay, so one more thing is that from 50% he's going to start and saying great ones, lend me your power, and he's going to start stacking up until 3 stacks. When she got to 3 stacks she's going to enrage, so she will be very fast, and it's up to the healers to dispel him before he goes up to the 3rd stack. Okay, the last part is the final walk. It's from 8%. And this is when or 7, and this is when she slowly walks to the corner, and once she reaches it she's going to buff himself and becomes enraged, so she will have increased speed and animation. Now you can start attacking him as soon as you can, kill him before he gets enraged, because it will be harder to kill him. If you can't manage to kill him, then just wait till the buff expires, or perhaps this will happen when you have the chance to kill him easily. Well, this was it. I hope it was helpful for your first, or perhaps more than the first Manaya go run. Let me know if it helped, and if I made a mistake, or if I forgot something, just let me know. I will put it in the notice.